podcast. We will be bringing you our preview today. We give you some updated news on the team and what's going on in the Trojan community. First, we'll start off with the first quarter. We got some Mama Jen news. How you guys want to get into that?
Oh yeah.
Mama Jen is Jim Cohen, our AD that we just hired, man. Let's get into that real quick. Go ahead and take it away, Becky. What you got for Mama Jen?
Personally, I'm excited for her. Like everything that I've seen, she is very hands-on with all the programs, like all the different teams like basketball, football, and she's really good at fundraising from what I hear.
Absolutely, man. Anybody else want to chime in on that?
Yeah, I'll add, pretty much she was my top choice. She's more open to NIL than Bone was, so that's a huge plus. And obviously this is a football show, but she could add softball in the future, so that's just great in general for the school. So yeah, I think it's a great hire for us.
That would be nice.
Absolutely. Like she's already familiar with the Big Ten. Obviously, she led Washington there.
Mm-hmm.
They had to jump on and follow us just like Oregon did. And she's on the CFP committee. She's highly regarded in the profession, and it's the first AD, the first female AD
Yes.
At USC. So this is amazing. You think she's not going to be able to get Carol Fultz to throw a couple more dollars away if we need it?
I really hope so.
Have a chance, as a female to get that done,
Right.
Talk to Carol Fultz woman to woman. Make some things happen, man. And I think she's, I think it's a home run hire, man. We got somebody. We got our first pick,
Yeah.
just like we're doing these recruits, man. Good.
Should we introduce ourselves?
Absolutely, man. Go ahead.
Oh, no, you go first. You're the ringleader.
B Jones, B Jones 516. You can get in contact with me on our Instagram page at Like the Torch Podcast on Instagram. Ken, want to introduce yourself, Tyler?
Yeah, Ken Wynn. I'm out here in South Carolina right now. Apologize in advance. Taking care of this little rascal right here, so if you see me running around or any random screaming or anything like that, sorry. So I might be on mute for a little bit, but I'm here.
That's it, guys. We're just regular fans, just like you, man. We got home lives, we're not beat writers, we're not professionals. We don't get paid to do this. It's just people who are passionate about our team, just like you guys, man.
Just like you said before, by the fans, for the fans. We love our team. We're excited for the season, excited to get rolling. My name's Tyler. We've all met each other through the Bleacher Report app in a tight little community there. Usually talking a decent amount of crap to each other in there. We'll try to keep that to a minimum here. We'll see how that goes. There we go. I knew we had to get one of those rolling. But yeah, excited to get the season going. Excited to be a part of this with you guys here and see what it turns into.
Sorry, man. Fight on, baby. Ro, what's up, man?
So, fellas, like Tyler mentioned, I never would have thought I would have been doing a podcast, especially off of a Bleacher Report. Excited. And as BJ mentioned, I'm Raul. I'm from South LA, huge USC fan, so excited for the season. I think it's going to be a good season for us.
Exactly, man. I'm excited for the season, man. I think we're going to surprise a lot of people, man. Every time we turn the TV on, they talk about how horrible our defense is. We shouldn't be ranked number this and that. Then we're going to some people, man.
I got a few colleagues of mine that have that are big Texas fans that have futures on USC. So that should tell you that we're back on the map. We're gonna get here. I feel like.
Do they still think Texas is back?
I mean, I don't think so. He's putting a future on USC. I mean,
If they beat Alabama, they may be back.
Could.
That's a real possibility.
But is Alabama really all that good though?
I I'm not as hyped as everybody else is, man. They have no quarterback, no receivers, but they're still getting all this love. Of course, SEC team, man. I digress, man. We can get into that. I can go on a whole rant about that, man. But yeah, man, Bama's beatable. I'll put it to you like that, in my opinion. Gunner, my Gunner, man. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
My name is Gunner. Born from Vegas. Now live in Arizona, and just love SC football, love SC in general, and just love to follow it. So I'm excited to join this.
Right, man. That's right. All right, man. Let's get it, man. First quarter is going, so let's get into some good news that we got this week, man. On top of the Mama Jen news, we also had a commitment, a huge commitment from the number one overall quarterback, regardless of class, in Juju Lewis, man. What you guys think about that?
I'm pretty hyped about him.
It's like on ESPN when they were playing Aaron Nolan. Like I'm no football expert by any means, but that kid's release was elite. Like I've never seen a high school quarterback get a ball out that fast. Like that kid just looks like he can make any throw, and I can see why Lincoln Riley wants him so bad, man.
He's only a sophomore, man. Only a sophomore in high school.
But isn't he like 17 though?
16. We finally figured that out. Yeah. 16,
oh, he's 16. Okay.
I would say he's very mature for his age. So, I mean, the kid's in the top 5 state, throwing 4,000 yards a season. You don't really see that a lot. So
yeah, he started varsity for his freshman year, right?
Yep, took him to the state.
Yeah, state championship.
6'1", 185, 65.5 completion percentage, 4,000 plus yards, 48 touchdowns, 12 MTs. That's a true freshman last year.
What do you guys think? Is he going to by the 2025? No, they're true. Who knows if it'll happen?
I mean, I can see it. They already kind of have talked about, supposedly he's got the credits. So I guess he's, a very smart kid. So
yeah.
That comes down to it, right? If he's got the credits, then why not?
I hear he may transfer to California to take advantage of NIL.
Yeah.
That's in the works, from what I'm hearing.
It just be the Dylan Rainbow flip,
Yeah.
Arizona, take him out. It's all good,
My personal opinion, I like him a little bit over Dylan Rainbow. Don't get me wrong, not taking nothing away from Riley. I'm sure he earned his ranking fair and square, but I just don't think he's the fit that Julian is for this offense.
I think I like Dylan's size, but Juju's athletic ability seems more of a fit for the RPO and everything like that. Like he has quick feet, like he has the feet of like Baker Mayfield, but the mechanics of Caleb Williams.
Absolutely.
Okay.
I honestly think that he will have a Heisman in his future, especially with Lincoln Riley and if Cliff Kingsbury is still here. Absolutely.
I can see it.
I mean, if you take these numbers that he put up in high school as a freshman and you translate that to college right now, like if he was to put those numbers up, those are Heisman numbers.
Yeah.
If he can do that at the college level, he's for sure a Heisman.
And
by
the time he comes to USC, we should have a way better team than what we have now. So just think about the potential that he'll have with the team.
It's scary. Very scary. Right?
Yeah.
Considering our wide receiver room right now.
Yeah.
That brings us to the second quarter, man. Let's get into some depth chart talk. How do you guys feel about this depth chart that was just released?
I like it. Like there's some surprises on there, but I think it's also due to maybe some injuries with like Tackett Curtis being number one over Eric Gentry. But I don't know if Eric Gentry's like completely healed or not. But it's nice to see that he's going to get the start and he's going to have some reps. So
I was just excited to see the defense be, pretty much too deep throughout. Obviously the front, defensive linebackers last year was, very pushed around and bullied. And, the Utah games were sick of seeing seeing that happen. So, you know, getting guys like Bear, getting guys like Anthony Lucas to come over, like those guys are big names, but not a lot of people seem to be talking about Kyle Bars, and that dude looks like he's gonna be a double team type of run stuff and guy up the middle, and letting guys like Mason Cobb get in holes to be able to shore up those tackles on those missed tackles that ended up being massive plays last year. That's the big difference that we need to clean that up. That's the difference between all of those opportunities we had to get turnovers last year. We need to get stops too. We need to get very many stops. We got a lot of turnovers. It was all or nothing last year. We need to get 3 and outs. We need to get short stops and have Caleb get back out there and start putting teams away early.
Absolutely. Who else no one is talking about on the defensive side of the ball?
Jack Sullivan, yeah.
Yeah, true.
Jack Sullivan. He's big dude, SEC ball, lots of experience, man. He knows what he's doing, man. I see they're moving down to D-tackle, man. You guys will with that move.
I don't mind. I think they're just going to be interchangeable, essentially. I mean, that's kind of why I put the or a lot with a lot of these guys. That's just my thought. Like, I can see, Lucas at the end, and then Sullivan at the end, and Lucas at the rush, and then you have Barnes and Bear. Like, there's just a lot of options. And with Stanley and Benton, I think that just adds more.
Oh,
Can't forget about that Rosalie, man.
yeah.
I think a lot of people are putting way too much stock into the wars or who's first on the depth chart.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys are going to be rotating out. I mean, I think a lot of people are freaking out because they don't see Bars and Bear together on the D-line. Like, we got San Jose State and Nevada. All right, this is the time to mix and see what you got. Hey, don't worry about it. Bear Alexander's going to play. I did think there were some surprises, though. Romello Height at the end. I wasn't expecting that. I mean, obviously they like the guy at rush end. Kind of surprising seeing Sam Green not anywhere on there, especially Green. And then I don't know if y'all noticed, Elijah Hughes was 13 defensive tackle.
Yeah.
Did expect him going from D end to D tackle, but it looks like he put on a massive amount of weight since high school.
That's what I was going to say, man. That guy's going to be a guy. You guys watch his tape. He's going to be a guy.
Mm-hmm.
What about Christian Roland Wallace not being Nichols?
So they did 2 spots as the backup. They have him at nickel corner. So I mean, it just looks like he's just going to be one of those flexible players that can go anywhere when a guy's either. I mean, I'm excited about the secondary. They're so much bigger than last year. I don't see them getting pushed around or anything crazy like we saw last year.
What about? Oh, go ahead.
I was saying my overall take of the depth chart release, man. Why we see, see some guys on there, some guys not, people freaking out and all that. You guys gotta realize it's a long season, and our schedule is backloaded. We're leaving some in the tank. we got guys who are in the depth. We're not in a hurry to bring those guys back, man. We got tons of depth. Finally, when's the last time we had tons of depth? You know what I mean? We got plenty of depth. We don't have to worry about hurrying guys back. And it's a long season, man. We'll have guys ready to go. The guys that we, heard all about and expecting to play. We'll see them later on in the season. But now we can get our young guys nice and seasoned and ready to go when it comes to that time. When it comes down to crunch time, we need those games, when we go out to Oregon, we go out to, Oregon. Cannot say that name. Yeah.
And one person that's been forgotten from fans and it's been a huge disappointment in the first few years here at USC is Corey Foreman, but I still feel like he has the potential to break out, and I have high hopes with him working with the new defensive staff. I personally think he's going to break out sometime during the season, but that's just my opinion. I know a lot of fans don't have the same feeling, but that's just me. What do you guys think?
Anybody Anybody else want to touch on Corey for me? You guys know how.
The only thing I would say is he allowed the chances, to potentially do it. We should be blowing out these teams in the second half. So if he can, take on those chances and actually do something and show us, then he'll have more, opportunities in the future. So
he showed some flashes last year, especially with that game-saving interception against UCLA. It's just he just needs to put it all together. Like he's athletic enough to do it. I think he needs more technique than anything, because I feel like he's just wanting to bull rush more than anything, rather than like do a swim move, spin moves, whichever. I don't see him switching up his approach to attacking the line.
I think last year he was listed at like 255. Now he's listed at 235 on the depth chart. So I was concerning a little bit at first, but if they're going to give him another chance and maybe he can be quicker off the line, beat guys off the edge, then we've got a different opportunity with him. Another name that was surprising for me was Kyron Hudson being listed as one of the oars as a starter. Brendan Rice, I expected him to kind of lock down that X spot, and I thought he was going to have a big year, but they talked to Kyron Hudson a lot. I think that he's been that kind of gritty guy that has been super loyal to the team throughout a lot of transition stuff going on, and that's a deep unit, as we all know. We're never going to have issues being running 3 or 4 wide receivers out there, that's for sure. But was surprised to see him actually listed as one of those, oars of the starter. It's going to be fun to watch him get his shot.
I'm really high on Brandon Rice. I think he's going to be our leading receiver.
Over Dorian Singer?
Yeah, I think so. Like that Tulane game just opened my eyes. Just like, this is what he can do.
You just gotta be consistent. It's there.
He didn't get that hands. Like sometimes he's got butterfingers out there. Like, dude, you got these sticky ass gloves. Just like hold the ball, man. So yeah, I mean that guy can go beast mode, and he looks like he could be a back end first round pick if he does. And then sometimes you like, dude, what are you doing out there, man? Like you got one job, just catch the rock.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you. Last year, I didn't really understand him playing over Kyle Ford. I just felt like Kyle Ford outplayed him. But that last game, man, if we can get that Brandon Rice, if we can get Tulane Brandon Rice consistently, he's a first round receiver.
I mean, if we get Brendan Rice all year, that dude's gonna win the world. Like,
he's going to be the second coming of his dad.
he'll be, I don't know if he's joking or not, but he did an interview.
Yeah.
And he said dad said he was faster and a better route runner. Now, I don't know about all that, but
I could see faster. I could see faster.
That's true. Brandon Rice is probably one of the fastest people on the team from what I read, right? And that's saying a lot, considering we got guys like Zach Branch and Mario Williams. Those guys are burners, man.
Yeah.
I have a question, though. What happened to the wear in Hudson?
So I've just been seeing people still showing it, but I guess like just when you look at our roster,
I'm just so used to saying the
What?
Kyron Ware Hudson.
Man, what are you talking about, man?
Yeah.
I guess Mr. Name Change, apparently you have a few names, not name change, but pronunciation change. You guys hear about that one, right?
Wait, who was the one that told me that Ray Leak had his changed?
Well, apparently it's not Ray. It's
Wrong.
I've heard people butcher that. I don't understand how. I mean, it looks pretty.
So it's Raleigh?
Raleigh.
Okay. Yeah, and I guess Zach doesn't want to be called Zach. He wants to be called Zachariah.
Yeah.
And E-Man as well, man. Pray on is pronounced pray on, not pray on.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you call him pregnant, that's just disrespectful.
Especially even a big dude, man.
True.
Another surprise there, though. Seeing Alani Noah get another award with Pregame. That's like they've talked him up all spring, all summer long so far, and to see one of the freshmen, that was a class that people were like, content with, but not like super thrilled about. Like is this class going to be something that we can roll into the Big Ten and be able to hang? Like everybody had a little bit of questions there, and Alani Noah getting a chance to be the sixth guy on the line right now is pretty cool to see. So excited to see him get a chance to throw some Pac-12 scrawny little DNs around.
Seems like those recruiting services aren't good with O-line guys.
Our O-line is going to be stacked going into the Big 12 or Big 10.
Absolutely.
I don't know how dudes like Noah and Ben Willis and 4 stars. I know 247 had him as a 4-star, but as far as the composite goes, those guys were rated way too low.
I thought they were 3 stars.
They were 3-star.
Yeah, Ben Willis was a 4-star on the 247 ranking, but the composite, both of them were.
Yeah, but
let me say something about these recruiting sites, man. Let me address our community, man. And I know kids, some of you guys are definitely going to appreciate this. Trust your eyes, man. When it comes to recruiting, don't worry about these stars. Don't worry about what they're rated. Look at guys like Christian Pierce. What was Christian Pierce? 3-star? Maybe
3 stars,
He's like
yeah.
a high grade. Yeah. That dude's a stud.
Trust your eyes, man. Watch the film. If you don't know what you're looking at, ask your buddy who played the same position or something. You know somebody who knows somebody who played the same position. You don't know how to critique these players. Or go watch the USC video. He does a breakdown on all those players, man. He'll tell you. But listen, Bleacher Report community, don't worry about the stars, man. Go watch the film. Watch the highlights.
Dion.
Bleacher Report community, 3 stars, man. Come on.
Man, I don't care if you rated 10th, first, 10th, whatever. I don't care what the rating is. And it sounds good. We get to brag, just go talk crap in the Oregon community. You know what I mean? But trust your eyes, man. You know what I mean? Trust your eyes. Your eyes will tell you how good the player's going to be.
It's still early to be freaking out about recruiting anyways. I mean, look at last year. Our class wasn't. I don't think we were top 10 beginning of the season last year, right?
No.
Well, we all know why we didn't. We weren't top 10 at that time.
Well, like the,
Yeah, coming off Oregon, like people need to out about recruiting so much. I mean, I think we're in a better spot this year. I mean, look at the dudes we got: Walter Matthews, Cameron Fountain. Like, we're pulling guys out of Georgia. I know everybody wants California guys, but I'm sorry, I'll take 2 studs like that out of Georgia's backyard any day of the week. Like,
I'm guys. I definitely want more California guys.
See, I'm
I feel
split on
it's
that.
better with local recruiting, but I feel like the staff's kind of made some weird moves a little bit.
Yeah.
Overall, I can complain about how we're doing.
Yeah, we Sam Green out of Washington D.C.
That's another 3.
I am telling you right now.
Sam Green is a beast. Sam Green, hey, when that guy steps on the field, man, he will win.
Yeah.
You guys right now.
Sam Green. During high school. that guy's just a beast. He's just built different.
Him and Braylon Shelby.
man,
Those grown men.
Braylon Shelby's scary.
trust the staff. Like,
We're not 5 stars.
exactly. I mean, I don't even think Shelby was I think he was a low-end 4-star when his senior year began. Committed. People really didn't care too much, and then by the end of the season, the kid was dang near a top 100 player, I think. So just trust us. Know what they're looking at.
Exactly.
Lincoln makes $10 million a year. Trust the guy.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, that's the end of that. We're going to talk more questions about the team. And what questions do you have about the team going into this season?
Also, so it's something that Lincoln mentioned and something I actually thought about after you brought it up was, do you think this team can come together like last year's team, given that there's more transfers and stuff? Like, I think that's the one hiccup potentially on not, going to finish our goals, right? So that's just the question. What do you guys think?
Honestly, we had more transfers last year, and we did 11 and 3. This is a lot less transfers, and so I just feel like I feel like they'll be able to mesh a lot faster.
Yeah, I think there's going to be a lot more continuity throughout the roster, throughout the camaraderie in the locker room type of stuff. I'm excited to see some of the freshmen get a chance to play, kind of have those spark plug type guys like Zachary Branch. Obviously, everybody's excited to see him take his first punt return back to the house. But all in all, like, you got Caleb leading the team. You got a lot of leaders out there that, I mean, everybody wants to give Shane a hard time for how, slow that dude is, but we've got leaders in our second unit on the defense now. Like, if we backtracked a year ago and Shane Lee was, like, not playing, we would have all been frustrated. But now we don't even want Shane Lee, until we're up by 35 against San Jose State. So with that being said, we're excited to see where the team is at now. Sorry, Shane. I hope you're not watching this, man.
I wouldn't say we don't want him. I just
it's not that we don't want him. We don't need him in coverage against Dalton Kincaid.
Exactly.
Like last year.
No, he's a situational linebacker for us.
I think it would do things good to get in a yoga class or something a little more flexible, a little more lateral. I mean, he struggled to cover last year. Who knows? Hopefully he's been working on that all season, man. Who knows? But as far as run fit, though, he was all right. He was better than people give him.
Solid run fit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can tell you right now, I can tell you firsthand, actually. Playing middle linebacker with a D-line that is not great, especially in a three-man front, your linebackers are going to look horrible. If your D-line is not doing what it's supposed to do up front, then there's nothing you can do as a linebacker. You got linemen in your face every play.
They help make your first step look good. They help you be able to anticipate, that those guys that are sideline guys. That's only the case if you're not like Swiss cheese on the defensive line. So excited to see, yeah.
Right at the snap, you got two linemen in your face. D-line in.
I feel like the defense is going to surprise a lot of people this year. A lot of people are having doubts with Grinch. Personally, myself, I'm not the biggest fan of Grinch, as you guys know, but I have faith that he's going to turn it around this year and that the team is going to come in together and, turn it around. One guy I'm really excited about is Mason Cobb. I think he's a high character guy, and he's going to just pretty much lead that defense and, lead it at least to top 30, I would say. Minimum top 30. What do you guys think?
Mason Cobb is going to be a star.
But I am telling you right now.
Mason Cobb is going to be a star in this defense.
He's leading our team in tackles.
Absolutely. He will.
Between he and Tackett up the middle, yeah, we got two guys that are not missing anybody.
Yep.
Yeah, right.
He makes plays in the backfield.
And he can cover too.
What's that?
He can cover too.
Exactly. He's got it all, man. That was a steal to pick up from Oklahoma State, man. He's a leader. He could possibly be a first-round pick, man, if he lives up to it.
You know who I'm excited to see? Domani. Like,
Absolutely.
it's been what, 3 years since he's actually played a season. 2 or is it been?
We're going to get to the excitement portion in a minute.
Oh, my bad.
Back to the questions.
I'll throw another question out there. I got you. I got a question about, I mean, it's never talked about. Like, defense is always talked about, the offense is always talked about, special teams is just as important. And, you know, I know we got the transfer from, what was it, ASU, like, yeah, excited, you know, be able to flip the field with him, but I'm worried if we're going to need a big kick down the, you know, at the end of the game, in some tight game towards the end of the season. Like, we got somebody that's going to make a 45-yarder when we're down by 2. Like, I'm not sure about that right now. Dennis Lid's got a lot of drift, but doesn't really show up on the field, you know?
You know what I just noticed, though? The depth chart doesn't even show special teams.
Yeah.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
I guess we can only go off what we're hearing in camp, man. How do you guys feel about, that's a question before I get to my question. How do you guys feel about Relief and Zach Branch as returners?
Zach Branch is going to be fun to watch, especially on punts.
Yes.
Zachariah Branch.
Yeah, Zachariah. So we got to start calling him Zach.
Like,
Yeah.
watching his
I hope he
highlights.
gets both of them. Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, I was just saying, watching his highlights, it kind of reminds me of a faster Adoree Jackson.
Send a lot. Fast.
Did we even score a touchdown special teams? Like kickoff punt? No, we didn't last year, right? Like, yeah, so I mean, just getting one is just gonna benefit us so much. Like,
Yeah. It's just gonna be fun to have both of those guys, you know, throw Relief and Zachariah Branch in the slot, and you know, watch Riley work his masters, and then you got Caleb Williams obviously being slippery. Like, those broken plays are gonna be so fun because those guys are just gonna be like, you know, fast out of hell, like running all over the place, and you know, have some slow linebacker covering one of them, and they're gonna be like 30 yards open. They're literally not even gonna be on the screen. So those broken plays are gonna be even more wild this year because Caleb's got the hose for it. He's got the slipperiness for it, and those guys, you know, when everybody starts running different directions, it's just going to be wild. It's going to be like nothing we've ever seen.
Yeah, like, if I have a question about this team, it's tackling. Like, we missed over 100+ tackles. If we cut maybe 25%, 40% of those, we're a playoff team. Like,
yeah.
like,
I mean, Raylan Goforth's gone, so there's your 25% already.
I like.
Fire! Shots fired!
It's just like they tried so hard. They
quarterback escaping me right now.
Like they just tried too hard to take the ball away.
Yeah, he made up for a lot of those, man. With that one.
Yeah, I mean, he did clean rising the clock, and that was great.
Where did he go?
That, but
Where did he go?
he went to Washington. He went to Washington. So he's going to help us by being the 12th guy when we play them, you know, later on in the season. So we're appreciative that he wanted to stay in the Pac-12 and help us out.
Ray, that wasn't me. All right.
What do you guys think?
He's not even starting. He's not even starting at Washington. I just looked up their depth chart. He's second.
Where's Hero?
And the running back position, I know Austin Jones is listed as a starter, but do you guys think Marshawn Lloyd takes over eventually, or is it going to be like a split back committee?
Well,
But I am telling you right now.
it's an or, isn't it?
Marshawn Lloyd.
Oh, it's just I do see the or now. Never mind.
Yeah.
I see it.
Yeah, it's an or.
Yeah.
For now, I'll put it to you that way. For now, listen, not trying to bash Austin Jones at all. What I'm saying, He does a lot of things well. He does a lot of things well, but there's nothing in his game that really stands out. That makes sense.
Yeah.
He's
He's a reliable back, but nothing special.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's the best way.
Marshawn's got that home run. Yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead, sorry.
Absolutely not. You're right. You hit it right in the head, man. That's exactly what I was gonna say. He's a guy. You know, he can be a starter at any program in America. I don't even think the coaching staff was expecting him back. But, you know, it's nice to have him back. But I do eventually think that Marshawn will take over that position, and I also think that he will be. I'm telling you right now, Marshawn Lloyd will be a problem in this offense, man. If he can stay healthy, sky's the limit for that dude.
You know who he kind of
Actually, you know,
he reminds me of Vivai Malapai.
Austin Jones?
Yeah.
Yes. 100%. 100%. Just, you know, it's a guy that does everything right.
He's not great at one thing.
Exactly, yes. Jack of all trades, master of none, and it kind of hurts him in a sense. You know? For some odd reason. Yeah, I mean,
Do you...
He has everything that you look for in a running back when you scout him. You know?
Who do you think we're going to see more, though? Darwin Barlow or Quentin Joyner?
Barlow at first, I mean, maybe, and Quentin Joyner more as the year goes on.
Like, I don't understand how Barlow hasn't gotten more. Like, well, I understand because there's been other people ahead of him that have just been really good, like Ronald Jones and everyone else. But it's just like, whenever he gets the touches, he does stuff.
Barlow, in that sense, reminds me of Marquise Step, man. You know,
yeah.
A guy who should get more touches, and all the fans are clamoring for him to get more touches, and we're yelling at the coach staff like, get that man more touches.
But what did Marquise Step do? And where did he transfer to? Nebraska?
Indiana.
I think he was Nebraska.
Indiana. He didn't really do too much in Indiana when he got the touches. And, like, I liked him when he was there. Like, he was a big, bulky, just gets the tough first downs.
He's at Western Kentucky now.
Wow.
I didn't even know that. Wow, shout out to Marquis Step, man.
Yeah, he's at Nebraska and now he's at Western Kentucky.
Yeah.
Okay. That's where it was, Nebraska. I'm sorry. Who went to Indiana? Stephen Carver.
Yeah, Stephen Carver.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. Hey, I like Barlow. I have a lot of respect for him, and I think he deserves more carries. And from what we've been hearing in fall camp reports, that he's been, you know, doing his thing. Kyle McDonald mentioned that he's had the best camp that he's seen since he's been there. Who knows, man? Hopefully that translates to more carries for Barlow. And yeah, I'd like to see him get more touches. The young guys got their whole careers ahead of them, man. Let Barlow spin, man.
Yeah, I think when it's a big game and they need something, and let's say Lloyd and Jones is hurt for some reason, they're going Barlow over a freshman, I think. I mean, unless the freshman can really show us, you know, on a consistent basis, yeah, it just seems like Barlow's the choice in that situation.
Do you think they would slide Raleigh back?
I don't think so. Just given he hasn't been doing the training or drills and all that. But I mean,
he knows the playbook.
Yeah, it's second nature, right? In some sense. So I mean, it's not a horrible option.
I think Riley will have like some scheme set up where like we're not going to see the whole entire playbook for the first 6 weeks because we're just going to. If we're in any games in these first 6 weeks where it's not like putting away right after halftime or at halftime, yeah, like we got some problems. But as the offense is going to be pretty vanilla, we're probably going to see a lot of runs. We're probably going to see a lot of Austin Jones, and then get Darwin Barlow in there. Like Caleb's going to be able to throw the rock, but I'm. Just like you were saying earlier, I want to see them tackle. Like, that's the biggest thing. If we can start wrapping guys up, then that's going to be a big win. Honestly, like, my biggest concern You know, I think the defensive line is going to be better than most people are anticipating. I don't think they're going to be elite, but we don't need them to be elite. We just need them to be decent. Was kind of surprised to see the free safety spot and see Max Williams get moved back there, and him being like they were talking Zion up so well for such a long time. Like would love to see him next to Kalen just like light guys up over the middle, but when we've got, I mean, we've got to play Utah again. Like Dalton Kincaid's not there anymore, but Brent Kesey's coming back, and he was supposed to be better than Dalton Kincaid was before he got hurt. So he's got to be able to get better and be better at that point. But when we got those big guys that got playing coverage, like I would love to see different sets where like Eric Gentry gets out there and like how you gonna throw over that guy with that wingspan, like he's not the biggest dude in the world, but throw somebody else over the top on a guy like ED and try to throw it in the middle, over the top of Gentry and underneath, somebody that wants to lay the boom like Simon. Like, good luck. I dare you.
Listen, I'm a Hill Grinch out right now. This is how you stop these tight ends, man. Bracket the tight ends with Eric Gentry underneath and Zion Branch over top.
Yes, please. Yes, please. Yes, please.
Done deal. Save your job, Grinch. Go. Done deal, man. But all right, we got to move along, fellas. So let's get into these expectations, man. How you guys feel about these? What's expected of these Trojans, man? Especially this upcoming game. Let's get to the preview. I'm sorry, I didn't cut you off. Let's preview our opponent first. We got into none of that in this title of the show. Sorry. We get so excited talking about our own team, man. Let's just preview these San Jose State Spartans, this game we got coming up real quick, man. So they have a quarterback who was Conference Player of the Year in the Mountain West, a mobile guy, something that, in the past that we've struggled with a little bit. That's just comes with one quarterback. Every defense does struggle with mobile quarterbacks. Their O-line is not the best. They lost a lot on their O-line last year, and they don't look to be any better this year. The receivers, who knows? Big question on receivers, but they do have two tight ends that are supposed to be pretty good, man. What do you guys' thoughts on our opponent this week?
I was watching some film on San Jose, and Chavin Cordero is their quarterback, and he's quick. He's a quick dude. Like I was watching him against Nevada and or was it UNLV? I can't remember, but he rushed all over them. Like they run the mesh offense. So that could be a little bit concerning if we don't contain. Like if we can't contain, fans might be upset.
Yeah, we're gonna get surprised.
Yeah, yeah. Push off the D line, like that's a concern with how bad their offensive line should be. Like that should be the first thing that I'm looking for in the defense. In terms of getting sideline to sideline, like that's what you need to do to be able to stop a guy that's as quick as he is, and that's going to be the ultimate test. Like those first two levels of the defense got to work together because you got to be able to create the pressure to get him outside the pocket to get him to start to move. And that's when Tackett, Mason Cobb can get sideline to sideline to be able to cover that guy and make sure that he doesn't, get upfield. So those two teams, parts of the team that work together to be able to get that. And, if we can't show some continuity to be able to do that in this first game against a Walmart brand of the teams that typically are an issue for us, then we're gonna be a little bit of trouble later in the season. So
a Walmart brand, you guys hear that?
Damn, the disrespect.
Right. They do have a former Trojan on the defensive side of the ball, Chase Williams, man. We could see him out there Wish nothing but the best for that guy. He stuck with us all through the Clay hitting there, and was a stand-up guy. Can't do nothing but respect that, man. But I think he's gonna have his work cut out for him, man. If he's got to go against Zachariah Branch, and Raleigh and Mario Williams and those guys in that slot, man. And they also have DJ Harvey is a name that stood out to me as well. Freshman, I'm sorry, not freshman, but he's someone that we recruited. I think what school did I forget the school that he chose, but he did transfer into San Jose State, so we'll see DJ Harvey out there as well. They run a 3-4 scheme. I think our O-line will eat that 3-4 scheme alive, personally. And I think we're just going to run the ball. My personal thing, I think Marshawn Lloyd is going to have a big game with that 3-man front and Emmanuel Pregame and Alani Noah. I think this is going to go linebacker hunting, and then they get to the second level, and it's a wrap. I think Marshawn Lloyd is going to be running all up and down the Coliseum all day long. What you guys think?
I'm not afraid of their defense, really. I'm not afraid of their defense, but just ever since Vince Young, I've just been scarred from running quarterbacks.
We don't talk about Vince Young here.
All right.
He who shall not be named.
Listen, man, we're not. This is nothing we ain't seen before, man. We dealt with running quarterbacks all last year.
Yeah, we have.
Is this guy better than Jaden Delore?
No.
I think he's a better runner than Jaden Delora, but Jaden Delora is better at making magic out of nothing. But like when it comes to because like when he was pressured and like he had people in his face, he wasn't that good. But when he's like running the mesh offense and the defense bites in or doesn't have good contain, he can outrun you.
That's anything.
Yeah.
This I like this for Tacky Curtis. He gets the first taste of it, of some trick plays, of a slow mesh offense. Test his eyes a little bit as a linebacker, you know what I mean? Get that early test. I like that for him and his career going forward.
Yes.
Get that up way early, But being a young linebacker, we'll see how disciplined he is in that regard. But I just don't see how or a way for them to even with our defensive line as much as it has improved and what I expect from our defensive line and their offensive line being so bad, even worse than it was last year. I just don't see how we lose contain, especially with the guys that we have at edge and at safety. Our safeties are our force players in this defense. Forcing everything in. I just don't. I think we'll be all right, man. I'm not. This guy doesn't scare me as far as him being mobile. But got anything else to add as far as our opponents?
I'll throw a score prediction out there. I think it'll be 56-13. I think we'll probably give up like one touchdown, a little bit of a head scratcher. Somebody has some blown coverage or something like that. Working out the game, give up a couple field goals, and offense goes to work and start getting the second stringers out there in the middle of the third quarter.
I think we'll cover the spread. I think I would really like to have a goose egg because we haven't had a goose egg since 2011 against UCLA, 50-0. So it's been a while. Why not now? But their quarterback could make something happen. So that I give them maybe 13 points. 56-13.
I think taking 60 points personally.
Huh?
I was trying to say I think when I last saw it, it was like 30. Was it 30?
30 and a half.
Yeah. I'm thinking, that we might start a little slow, in the beginning, like defensive wise, that they might get a field goal in, then the defense will step up, and then we just kind of take control after that. And I see us scoring at least a good 60 to maybe 60 to 10, somewhere around it.
That's definitely covering the spread. That's for sure.
I want to see Miller off time.
Miller time.
Miller
That's
time.
another thing, Miller Moss, man. Guys overlook Miller Moss so much, man. And you hear it all in the national media. Everybody wants to jump straight to Malachi Nelson. We get it. Malachi is good. But we're not in a hurry for Malachi to step up. Miller is capable, man. Is more than capable. I personally believe in Miller Moss, man. I believe that he can get the job done for us going into the Big Ten. He's experienced. He knows the offense very well at this point. And he's capable. He has a big arm. He's been every shot that he's gotten in the game, he's taken advantage of it. Or sorry, he hasn't gotten much games, but when he did, but you know, Grinch kind of stole that from him. Man, yeah, but I hope to see a lot of Miller too, man. Give us a little more seasoning, man. I think Miller's capable.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if he's close to like 125, 150 passing yards for the first game after, say, even third, fourth quarter, towards the end of the third, all fourth quarter.
He better be in by at least third quarter.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking myself. So if he's not third quarter, we have a little bit of a problem. We got to turn it around.
I think they may give Caleb Williams maybe a few snaps in the third quarter, or a few what is it called, snaps or whatever. Drives. There you go.
Mm-hmm.
But
we got to make at his stat another Heisman run. So
yeah, I'm tired of hearing all this Archie Griffin. Oh, he's the only one to do it.
Right. See, my prediction, man, final score. I'm gonna be petty with this one, man. Because I know I'm pretty sure at this point we got some Oklahoma haters in the chat. If not, they will come across the video and see it. So I'm gonna say 55-19.
19?
55-19. It'll be reminiscent of that.
Okay, I see.
So what you're saying is Oklahoma equals San Jose State, huh?
Yep. That's exactly what I'm saying.
I love it. I love it.
The best version of that.
No. If you really want to be petty, we could be 49-0.
Yeah, you can think about that one too. Yeah, you can take that one too. Yep.
Shots fired! Shots fired!
Honestly, I hope Texas destroys Oklahoma again.
Oh, absolutely. And I think they will. I don't see no reason why. Texas, they looking pretty good over there, man. I have to admit. They're looking pretty good over there. Everybody's getting on Sark. I say the same thing about Sark as I do about Lincoln Riley. Just because he hasn't won anything yet doesn't mean that he can't or won't. You know, everybody call it 8-win Sark. I think this year he'll get over that 8-win hump. What do you guys think about Sark over there?
I mean, he's at Texas. I've always said there's zero reason for teams from California, Texas, and Florida to ever not be elite. You're in 2 foot over recruiting ground. They've been recruiting way too well. Like, Texas should be. I know we all hate Texas. I don't like Vince Young. I hope he steps on a Lego or stubs his toe every time he wakes up. It's Texas. They got talent. You should be winning 10 games and your conference every year. There's zero excuse. So Sark's gonna have the talent. Can you put it together?
Absolutely. That's the biggest question over there, man. Is can he finally get over that hump?
Talking about Texas, I can't think of his first name, but the Manning and Ewers.
Arch Manning
and Quentin Ewers. Who do you think? Who's the quarterback by the end of the year? I mean, obviously, I think Quentin Ewers will be the starter to start off the season. But do you guys think Arch Manning could overtake him?
Nah, Quinn Ewers will keep it.
Yeah, I don't think they're in a rush to get him over there. I mean, I know they're hyping him a lot over there. I heard he had a big play in one of their scrimmages a couple weeks ago. Had a 90-yard run, which is crazy because I don't see him being that type of athlete. So what's the defense looking like over there at Texas? But 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 yeah, man, I think everything they do, they're gonna overhype him just like his overhyped ranking. So hopefully they don't let the media play, get them into trying to start him early. But I just don't. Yeah, I don't see him passing Quinn and Cures for the for that one spot yet. I honestly think that Malik Murphy looked better than him in the spring game, and Malik Murphy would have been my guess to start. After watching their spring game, to start over yours. I mean, I know you guys hate Vince Young, but Malik Murphy reminds me a lot of him. Similar in size, big arm,
Yeah.
run. So yeah, that's my take on Texas.
Wouldn't shock me though if they do. Like, let's say they lose Alabama, and then let's just say Oklahoma. You have two losses going the rest of the. Do they maybe make a switch, right? Does Sark have a lot of heat behind him? Like, hey, well, this guy you chose gave us two losses. We gave this kid some money. Should we play him?
I don't. Did they really give him that much money?
I don't think so, but
I don't think he needs the money.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't think he needs it, but yeah, I mean, it wouldn't shock me if it happens, but they need to lose though.
You got a good point. You got to make a good argument there.
What about our season? What do you guys think for record for the season? Any predictions there? Any big standout games that you guys are, wanting to circle? Make sure that that's the one we got to show up for.
All of them we have to show up for, but
Already know where I'm going. Yep.
Yeah, I mean, I'll say conference championships. You have Pete Perth. I think the back half we know is the big question. I'm not as concerned with the Washington game. I really don't think they're going to be good this year. I just have concerns about their offensive line. I think Penix is going to get hurt a lot, or just hurt, essentially, and sacked. I think there's going to be a lot of focus on the Utah game. Obviously, I think internally we don't talk about it. The staff doesn't talk about it, but the Oregon game, I think, is going to be a lot of focus. I could see UCLA and Notre Dame potentially being slip-ups, just given that the Notre Dame's right before Utah, it's on the road, and then the UCLA game's after Oregon. So I could see it. I don't think it will happen, but I wouldn't be shocked.
we never look past Notre Dame. That's something that we kind of circle down. We circle Notre Dame.
Well, I hope so.
Like, if I'm Utah, Cam Rising, that man just knows how to win. So that's probably the game that I'm more nervous about. But it's at home, so it's not as nerve-wracking. But Oregon, at Oregon, that's a tough place to play.
Yeah.
Listen, I don't care. We don't lose that game at Oregon. I don't care. We can drop. Listen, the expectations that we'll probably drop one of those games just due to the schedule, but it cannot be Oregon.
I'd rather lose to Washington than Oregon.
Absolutely.
What?
Listen, we could drop Utah. We could drop.
I don't know if we can lose to Utah, but
I mean, we have to hear that too. But Oregon, we definitely can't drop that game.
they just talked too much shit.
We cannot drop that game.
We dropped that game, and I'm deleting Bleacher Report. I'll see y'all at the end of the season.
That'll be the end of the show.
That is the end of the season, basically.
Exactly.
I'm gonna need some time to recover if that happens.
Honestly, though, I don't think Bo Nix is going to have the season that he had last year.
I would have to agree with that for two things that go into that. Holding coordinator right? We saw how he was at Auburn without Dillingham. Now he doesn't have Dillingham anymore. Let's see how it looks now. Without, with Dillingham, we get the question answer. Was Dillingham the real deal behind that offense? I believe he was.
Yeah, like wasn't Dillingham there his freshman year, then left after that?
Right.
Yep, at Auburn, yep.
And then,
what happened after that?
yeah,
So, let's see what Bodacious over there looks like without Kenny Dillingham. That's all the offensive line is not as it was, right? They say that they're just as good. I don't believe it. I don't believe that their O line is as good as it was. What do you guys thoughts on that?
I mean, I think not returning, they're trying to shore up like 4 positions on the O line. So obviously, you gotta get the chemistry going. So I mean, that could be a problem. Still have questions on their back end with the secondary. They did make some additions on the D line, see if they can be consistent. But I just don't see us. I don't see us losing.
I want us to run all over. What is it called? Uyangalele. What's his first name? Mateo.
Mateo.
Yeah.
I want to run all over him.
I mean, I think they're putting him as a tight end.
No, they moved him back.
They moved him back.
They moved him back.
Okay.
Which I personally think he would have been better off as a tight end.
Yeah.
Watching his high school, I was not. I'm listening, Jay. I know you was PC about this yesterday on Tim Pregame show. I'm not gonna be as PC. I'm not impressed. But I'm telling you, on defense,
He's slow. I think he's slow.
If I was D coordinator, he would not be able to play for me. No motor, slow at times, takes plays off. Seems like he didn't even want to be there at times watching basketball games, man. In my opinion, I know it's a strong opinion. Big Dave, I'm sorry. Uncle Rob, I'm sorry. But that's just my personal opinion on Mateo.
You want to know who we need to get in for a Mateo take? Borg.
Okay. Yeah, Borg's got to join us on one of these episodes, man, for sure.
Yeah. That was own podcast on Mateo at this point.
Absolutely.
This is a little off topic though. I was looking at Nevada's roster. I didn't realize they have 2 USC players. I know they had John Jackson, but I didn't know Elijah Winston went over there.
Jason Rodriguez too.
Oh, really?
One of the old linemen, I think he retired and then he came back.
Oh, did he?
Committed to Nevada. Jason Rodriguez.
Oh.
Cool. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a big cook on the social media. He'd be showing people a lot of stuff.
Listen, I'm a big John Jack fan, man. I think that I wish that we would have used him more over here. I've seen the dude play personally. I know who he trains with. I know, the guys, and I know that he can play, man. I don't understand why he didn't get as much time, get more time with us over here. But I'm glad that he's somewhere there. I think he would be the man over there. I think I hope, wish him the best, man. I really do.
Yeah, it shows that he's second on the depth chart at Nevada, and Elijah Winston is at rush end.
I'm going to throw a bold prediction out here to wrap back up with what we were talking about earlier. I'm going to have to jump off here soon, too. I think we run the table. I think we go 12-0, and then win the Pac-12 championship.
Okay.
Don't care who we play, and then we be the 2 team behind Georgia in the CFP, and things get fun and interesting from there. I think the way the schedule breaks out for us, it works well. We got 6 cakewalks to be able to build, the defense to have the continuity to not make mistakes against the big teams. You got one big one on the road against Notre Dame. Everybody gets hyped, gets ready. Then everybody wants to come home and beat the crap out of Utah because we're sick of everybody talking about us not being able to hang with them. And then us like being bullied by them, get a week off against Cal, and then you got 3 tough games to finish the season. But you got Washington at home. Everybody's going to be ready to go when we play Oregon, and then we're going to beat up on little brother UCLA at the end of the season too. So the way the schedule works out, yeah, the last 6 weeks is going to be a gauntlet, but the way it is set up is set up well for us to be able to win. And as long as Caleb stays healthy, as long as like the defense doesn't get like too beat up to the point where, you know, some of the guys that we aren't even really seen on the depth chart having to get like meaningful playing time, then we're gonna be all right. I think we're gonna be able to hang. Like, you know, just like you were saying earlier, Gunner, like Oregon's got their whole offensive line to be able to figure out. You know, we got our defensive line to be able to figure out. You know, if those things are kind of an even playing field, I don't think Bo Nix is going to be better than he was last year. I think he's going to be worse because Dillingham's not there anymore. And, you know, Riley's trying to come back from an ACL. Like, you see somebody like Saquon Barkley come back from his ACL. He doesn't have, like, his shiftiness. He can't, like, he's not as mobile. Obviously not the same players. Not trying to compare Cam Rising to Saquon Barkley here. Like, let's not go crazy. But he's not going to be as mobile as he was last year. So we should be able to wrap up better. Guy like Mason Cobb's going to be like a huge X factor for the defense, and ultimately, I do think that our 14-0 playing in the national championship probably against Georgia, and we'll see how it goes when we get there. But I got a lot of hype, a lot of expectations for this season, and I'm going to go bold prediction and say that we do not lose a game in 2023.
I'm not mad at that. Like, honestly, we all know why the back half of this schedule is so messed up. How they're just mad at us for leaving them. So they're like, you know what? We're going to screw USC over and make sure that they can't make it to the CFP or even to the Pac-12 championship. So we're just going to make it tough on them at the end. We're going to give them the bye week at week 4. Like, whose idea was this? Literally, it was probably like Kleevkov or whatever his name is. He's like, let's just make it as hard as possible for them. So, honestly, though, like, we'll be 6-0. I think we run the table actually as well. Like, it'll be a close game. We'll have a close game at Oregon, but I think we actually comfortably beat teams at least by double digits a majority of the season. Like, maybe Utah might be a 7-point game or something like that, but I think we are pretty comfortable with everyone. Notre Dame, I'm not high on Notre Dame. Like, Sam Hartman, he was good at Wake Forest, but that's Wake Forest. That's Wake Forest. Why are we hyping someone up from Wake Forest? Like, I don't get it. But UCLA.
Sam Hartman was a slow-ish quarterback over there.
Yeah.
No.
But who's the quarterback for UCLA? I don't know. I don't care. I think we beat him. And I hope we make, what's it called? Ford wish that he never left. Like, I hope we lock him down. I hope he gets nothing on us. I hope we just make him wish that he was getting thrown to by Caleb Williams. Like, I love Kyle Ford. I love him. He was great for us. But this was the biggest mistake of his life. He's going from a Heisman Trophy winner to a freshman or maybe a transfer. It's just like, why? Like, I honestly think he probably could have been on the depth chart, like at one of the oars. So it's just like, it was a bad decision on his part to leave an offense that will easily highlight him. Chip Kelly, I don't think his offense is not where it used to be. I think we play. I say we play Michigan in the CFP, the first game, and then we ended off with Georgia. I think Alabama actually gets 3 losses this year, so I don't even think they're going to be sniffing the playoffs.
SEC team.
Honestly, I think FSU could run it, so we could end up running into FSU because I don't think Clemson's going to be that good, even though everyone's hyping them up. So I think we run the table.
Oh, yeah, okay.
And if Georgia is going to lose due to quarterback play, like their defense is going to be fine, but their offense, if they lose any games this year, it's going to be because of the quarterback. I think
Their schedule is such a cakewalk, though. Like they just don't play anybody. So I mean, they have to have like a atrociously bad game, and their defense is just so good that like I think they'll be able to just basically walk all the way to the SEC championship game, and they should be able to figure out who their quarterback is at that point.
Who do you think they play in the
on
SEC?
Clemson. What was that?
Who do you think they play in the SEC championship? LSU?
Yeah, it's probably LSU. And, I think what Jane Daniels has done, like, I think that they're going to have a decent enough team that, if they don't have their quarterback play figured out by the end of the season in December, then yeah, like, we got different conversations to have at that point. But I'd like to think that, you need to score 28 points to win with Georgia's defense, against a good offense. And I think Georgia's defense is going to carry them. But I wouldn't sleep on Clemson. Garrett Riley, that last name is something special in college football, and I think they're going to be back in the fold. FSU is going to be pretty good, but they've got the hype, and we'll see what happens there. But I would not sleep on Clemson. They're my sleeper pick to not really a sleeper, but I think they get back into the CSC discussion this year.
I would like to agree with you about Clemson, but who are their receivers? I think they still lack talent. I don't think they have enough talent to beat Florida State. And that's because Dabo just refuses to hop in the portal and recruit talent. And they're not necessarily killing it with high school players either. So I don't, even though they got Garrett Riley, and I agree, he's a phenomenal. Look what he did with TCU. But I don't think they have enough to beat FSU this year.
Like, honestly, though, like, the TCU should have lost a lot of games last year.
Yes.
Like, they were a second half team. They were not a first half team.
Ken, you wanna talk about your boy Max Duggan?
Said you had to go here soon. I don't want to keep calling Item. I think we all know how I feel about Duggan. Well, yeah.
I personally, going back to Georgia and their cakewalk schedule, I personally think they get upset by Tennessee. I think Tennessee's going to be solid this year. Personally, that's how I feel, but they're going to be at Tennessee. I think it's going to be a crazy environment for them, and somehow they get upset. That's my bold prediction from the SEC. And going back to USC, go undefeated as well. I think Oregon, it's going to be a close game at first. We'll run away at the end. I think Washington, homecoming, it might be a little bit more of a close game, in my opinion. With home game, they might get a little distracted, but ultimately we pull the W. And then Utah, I just think we just go through them this year, kind of prove a point. So that's me. I'm thinking we're going defeated, and like you guys mentioned, possibly meet Michigan in the semifinal game, and who knows who's going to be number one. But somehow I just think Georgia ends up losing versus Tennessee. So we'll see.
I can see that happening. I can see Georgia losing to Tennessee as well.
The freshman Q, he's from down here. He's from Downey. I think he's personally going to be a solid quarterback. I think it's last name, but it's Nico, I think.
Nico
Nico. I think they're starting Joe, though, Joe Milton.
Yeah, Joe is starting right now, yeah.
Joe's a baller too.
Nico
Yeah.
Iamaleava.
Cody Cannon. Cody Cannon.
And he took Bruce McCoy out. So he might put up big here.
Yeah, you got to see his NIL deal.
Dante Thornton, the transfer from Oregon, is not even. It doesn't list him as a starter.
Oh, really?
I don't know. Like Tennessee, I think like what's his name was a really good quarterback for them last year.
The
And
26-year.
the grown ass man. I just I don't know if they're going to be as good. I think they'll drop a few games this year, but I don't know if they're going to be as good as last year. At least the first half of last year. So, like Joe Milton, like I think his situation is going to be inconsistency with his accuracy, which could kill him. He has a strong arm though. He has a really strong arm. He can throw that ball. But he struggled with consistency or with accuracy at Michigan, didn't he? That's what I think. But I don't know. Honestly, I wouldn't mind seeing Michigan in the CF in the finals, the championship.
Yeah, and that's very possible, man, that we can see Michigan. I believe that all the teams that they're saying are supposed to be there, I believe they're all beatable. I believe that we can beat any one of those teams. I feel that we have a good chance at Georgia. The national media does not realize how deep that we are because honestly, they don't do their homework. They don't want to give us credit for what Lincoln Riley has done in this transfer portal as far as addressing the defensive needs. That's all they want to bring up is the defense this, the defense that. Last year they couldn't tackle. Yeah, that's last year. That's last year. We can't do nothing about last year. But what we did in the offseason is all we could have done about last year. And I think all our needs were addressed. And I think we're ready to go, man.
I cringe every time someone like all the media just like, well, their defense, blah blah blah. Just shut up. Have you not paid attention to what we've done in the offseason?
Nope, because they're lazy.
And it's fun. Let us let them think that we're not that. We're just fighting to keep on going.
Yep.
It's easy for like I don't blame them for like pointing that out, but it's like you're beating a dead horse at this point.
Just lazy for it. That's all.
But I'm ready to surprise the world.
Yep. And I believe our team is too, man. And I believe they're jumping at the bit ready to get after it, man. They know, especially, on the defense side of the ball, they know we got a whole lot to prove. And I think we're eager to do it, man.
Caleb Williams gonna win his second Heisman this year.
It's not an easy fit, but he has more weapons this year than he did last year. It's very possible.
I think he could throw for 5,000 yards this year.
That'd be crazy, to be honest. That'd be cool, but I just see him like being more balanced, helping the defense a little bit more. We have so many good options at the running back, so obviously wide receiver, right? But yeah.
I was gonna say that as well, man. I think we'll be running the ball a little more this year, but I do think Caleb will break some records this year for single game passing yards for teams that we do decide to open it up on. As far as man, just imagine, man, just options with Marshawn Lloyd, the reverses with Raleigh and Zion Branch. Like this offense is gonna be crazy, man. It's gonna be something that we haven't seen in a very long time, if at all. I think there's nothing that anybody can do to stop us.
Hey,
got missing all over the field.
We just had USCJ in our chat say "Fight on, fellas."
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I haven't seen man. Jay is a big supporter before he even got started, man. Jay was definitely marketing for us, man. We appreciate you, Jay. We can't wait to have you on.
Yes.
one thing we haven't brought up just came to me. Reggie Bush, Heisman lawsuit. Hopefully we can see number 5 on the collie this year, and hopefully he can bring us out one of the games out this year. Hopefully, we'll see. What do you guys think?
I mean, the rumor right now is Durden's going to be up there Saturday, so we'll see.
If they do that this Saturday, I might cry.
Yeah, I got mixed feelings about that. Because I do, of course, like everybody else, man, I want to see them do it, of course. But I don't think they should do it this Saturday. I think they should do it for a big game. And I know that Reggie, has said, if you guys watched the press conference, that he doesn't feel right until he gets his Heisman back, paraphrasing. But so I don't know the likelihood of that happening this weekend. I mean, of course, the NCAA ain't gonna give it back right now, but it's gonna take some time. But I would like them to be able to promote that ceremony. Yeah, you see Ken's on Daddy Duty, man. Shout out to Ken.
Yeah. Half the time. He picked a good night. Crazy.
Hey, trust me, we understand, man. I'm a father myself, man. I get it.
I'll bet you if Reggie does take the tunnel for us one night this year, it's going to be against Utah. Like that's the game that I think circled at home. Like homecoming will be, already a big deal for Washington, but we want to kick the crap out of Utah. And if Reggie takes the team out of the tunnel, like Macaulay's going to go nuts, like absolutely crazy. So that would be the one that I'd expect if he's going to get the welcome home again.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I want to see. I want it to be a big game. I want it to be marketed and promoted. Like a ceremony. I want all the celebrities on the sideline back. I want Snoop back. Whitney, Roddy Ricch, all of them. Everybody, Dr. Dre, everybody. Give me everybody on the sideline for Reggie's big homecoming. You get what I'm saying? I'd rather have.
Imagine the recruiting weekend.
Exactly. Oh man. Oh yeah.
You see all those stars out there.
Exactly.
You want to go play in Utah? Like, come on. You don't want to go. You want to go play in Eugene? Like, get the hell out of here. You don't want to do that.
Exactly.
As some of you guys,
We're going to try to get the guy down real quick. If y'all end up finishing up, don't worry about me, but I'll leave it up. See if he can go down quick, right?
All right.
No problem, man. We can wrap it up here anyway.
Come on, bud. Nice shot of the kitchen.
I don't know if you guys, and I want to see LeBron out there rocking a USC hat and just kind of rub it in Ohio State fans.
Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Seeing him on the sidelines, mingling with maybe some of the recruits.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's why I have feelings about
You
it.
would it's booming, guys. We got basketball. I think we have a really good shot this year of making a run in the Final Four as well. So I'm excited about the season. I know Blackie Chan is excited. He's, from what I heard, you're coming down here, right, for the opener.
Yep. I fly out there at 6 a.m, and so I'll be there until Monday. I'll be doing the podcast from my sister's living room, probably.
Wait, 6 in the morning tomorrow?
Yep, 6 a.m. tomorrow. I'm staying up all night. After this, I'll probably start streaming on Twitch after this.
Okay. Hey, make sure you guys follow Blackie Chan on Twitch as well, man.
Yes.
Matter of fact, while you're at it, man, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe, man, so you guys get notified every time you see us.
We have 6 likes.
What's that?
We have 6 likes.
That's
There we go.
But yeah, man, we're gonna have former players. We're gonna have other USC content creators in here, man. Make sure you guys stay tuned with us. Follow us all season. We'll be doing this, man.
Oh yeah.
Who knows, man? Maybe jump on with us.
It's only going to get better from here.
Absolutely.
I mean,
All
the way
right.
Tyler, you can speak. When you started off the group chat with like 2-3 people, and look at what it's now. Like where we're at now. So this
Yeah, we were
first.
talking about right before we got on, and really cool. I mean, most of us been talking for 2 to 3 years, and I've never heard your guys' voices, never seen you guys' faces, and got a lot of camaraderie, a lot of, it feels like you guys are, all my brothers that I've just, haven't seen for a while. So excited for the season, excited to, kick the crap out of some teams the first half of the year and start making statements towards the end of the year. I really think that SC's back. I think that Riley's going to win a national championship in the next couple of years here. I think we got a really good chance to win one this year with a lot of roster turnover and important spots for the big teams. And I think this is our chance to make a statement. So need a few things to fall our way, but as long as the Pac-12 refs stay out of the way, I think we're going to be all right.
Well, don't hold your breath on that one, man. Very much be Pac-12 refs, man. They can't help it. They just they are who they are, man.
Mm-hmm.
At least Mother said it's gone, but yeah, man. I think that's gonna wrap it up for us, man. Make sure you guys tune in Sunday. Sunday we'll be doing the post-game show at 7 p.m. 7 p.m. we'll be doing the post-game show. We'll talk about how bad the Trojans beat up on the Spartans, man.
All right.
So, go ahead and hit the subscribe button.
And then for those that are watching, leave your prediction in the comment section.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
Fight
All right,
on.
Fight on.
Right on.
Right on, fellas.